I'm gonna go computer. Okay. Hi guys. Happy June. Holy moly. Can't believe it's June already. All the kids are home, so we're all having a good time. So first and foremost, thank you for hopping on. We know it's super busy when you guys are working during the day, coming home at night, putting kids to bed. So we appreciate the time and for you guys hopping on and hearing a little bit about Leaders Retreat. So you guys, this is one of my favorite things that Plexus does. They seriously go all out. I started Plexus 2 years ago and I earned the Leaders Retreat. So I started in April. Leaders Retreat contest always goes from June, July, August. I earned it, and two of my level ones earned it with me. It was amazing. It was in last year was, oh no, first year was in Florida. So we all went to Florida, Orlando, Florida. And then last year was a cruise. So we don't ever know what where it's going to be until we're at convention, and they will announce it at convention. And then there will be prizes for different levels, like you did, very similar to the convention contest that you guys are all familiar with. So for every ambassador you sign, for every customer you sign, you receive credits. And so you have to have, I think, 1,050 credits to earn Leaders Retreat. And then in there is, I'm sure there's cash. Again, we won't know until convention, but there's cash. There's a shopping spree. There's always a shopping spree. And let me just tell you guys, this is totally doable. So those of you who are now with Plexus, who've just started Plexus, who are considering doing the business, I want you guys to know that this is 100% doable, especially for those who are just coming out of the gate. But even if you've been with Plexus for a year or two, you 100% can earn this retreat. We had incredible circumstances last year, you guys, where 3 of us did not even try to earn the cruise. We were like, it's going to be okay. We don't need to go to the cruise. So we missed June, July, and then you guys in August, middle of August, 3 of us literally were like, no, we want the cruise. And we put our heads into the sand and we went for it and we got it. So you can totally do it. It does take work. It does take consistency. It does take IPAs, but you can 100% do it. So kind of what happens at Leaders Retreat is they do events, there's training, not a ton of training. Really, convention is where the training really happens for us, which I'm super excited about. I leave 2 weeks from today. No, wait, is today Tuesday? 2 weeks from yesterday. Anyway, regardless. But Leaders Retreat, they have a little bit of training, but really it's about you getting to celebrate your success and meet other fellow ambassadors who've had the same success as you to grow your business, and just to kind of hear from other fellow ambassadors how they grew the business, how they did it, and you can take those tools and bring it home. Last year, they had a silent disco, you guys. They do these like parties at night where they have food and then drinks you usually have to pay for, but they have food, and then they had a dessert reception, and then they had a silent disco where you walk in and you have these headphones on your head, and there's like 3 different DJs in there, and you're color coded on the headphones. Have you guys ever seen silent disco? Oh my gosh. Good night, babe. Sorry. My daughter's telling me good night. So, family first. Okay, bye. But literally, so these DJs are color coded. So there's like a DJ over here and then front and to the side. So they're like red, blue, and green. Everyone's a different station. So the red could be 80s, the blue would be techno, and I don't know, green would be country. So based upon what color you go to, that's the station you listen to. So everybody is dancing totally different. You walk into this room, you guys, it's completely silent, and everybody has headphones on, dancing totally crazy because no one's listening to the same station. It was so fun. Like Plexus rolls out the red carpet for you. So if you are thinking about, you really want to go and you don't know if you can do it, I'm going to tell you right now, 100% you can do it. 100% you can earn this trip. And there are videos. I don't know if you guys saw this. We posted this in Pink Diamonds 2 days ago, but there are videos from Jen Cooper, and she literally lays out how you earn it. So if you want to earn it and you're like, hey, how do I do this? Get with your upline, get with your sponsor, reach out to us, and we will help you earn it.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yes, please.
Leaders Retreat also is great because you get to take a +1. So most of the time, a lot of people take their husbands. So the husbands get super amped up for Leaders Retreat because they're like, heck yeah, free trip. You know, it's kind of like a getaway, a paid for getaway. So that's kind of a motivation factor. I know it was for me last year when I joined. I kind of was in Joy's position when I joined in June, or I didn't start sharing until June of last year. So I didn't even go silver until the end of June last year. And so Leaders Retreat contest had already started, and I really wasn't like paying attention. I just had started. And so, yeah, once I heard about it and kind of focused more on about it, I talked to my husband, and he was like, we could do a cruise. Like, why don't you try? And like Joy said, I was just like, I don't know. Like, you kind of look at the numbers and you like, I literally freaked out. I was like, there's no way I could do this. Like, there's no way. Well, let me tell you, here's why I know everyone can do it is because I went to Joy's house in August and I was like, okay, are you really going for this? And Joy was a lot closer to it than I was, but she's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And she sat me down, she broke down the numbers for me, and she's like, here is exactly how many people you need to get. It was literally like to the pink drink. Like, here's how many. Last year, though, it was different. It was more PV focused, right? It was more like I remember I was like, I got to get a bag of Slim in people's hands. Anyway, yeah. Whatever the case is.
Similar.
Yeah, very similar. But it was more so like, if you know exactly what you need to do, and that's why that Jen Cooper video is so good. I'm literally going off of that. That's all you really need to do. And you follow that. And we broke it down. And once I saw it, I was like, okay, I made my list of everyone who I'm going to reach out to, everyone who's doing this. I had my husband help me. Like, send me your friends' names. Let's get them some products in their hands. And a lot of them knew what we were doing. Like, a lot of our close friends, we were like, hey, we're trying to earn this cruise. We're only this many people away. Do you want to try some products? And they're like, of course, we'll help you out. So that was kind of nice. But the fact that we didn't start till August, I would not recommend. No, do not do that because it was the most stressful thing ever. But if we could do that, then I'm like, I know everyone can do this, especially if we start now. And I'm like, how fun would it be if we can all be there together? So I don't know. That's just my plug. I'm like, the husbands all get to meet and have fun, and it's just a nice little vacation, you know?
Yeah, it's super fun. And I would say that's one of the things that I really like too. Like, convention is more for me training. So my husband's not going. It's more it's like a girls trip. And then literally you guys, we're going to be in training sessions. We're going to learn how other people are doing their business. We're going to take away the best takeaways. But Leaders Retreat is really like this amazing getaway for you and your husband. And it really is an opportunity for your husband to kind of see how Plexus really lays that red carpet out. And this is where a lot of the buy-ins, I mean, there's a lot of us out there who have supportive husbands who are like mine, supports me along the way. But if you have a skeptical husband, this retreat, you guys, really turned that corner. And the husbands are like, well, I keep not finishing my sentence, but basically 2 years ago, my first year going, my husband at Leaders Retreat was like, I think I'm going to start sharing Plexus. To this point, he wasn't even taking it, but he was like, I'm going to start sharing it. That's what Plexus does. Like, they roll it out. You're like, oh my gosh, this makes me feel so good. Sorry, sidebar. So like Trisha said, I do not recommend you guys waiting until July to see.
No, not even July. Like, let's start now.
Do it now, because I will tell you this, and this is also something that we hear from a lot of ambassadors, is they're like, we're reaching out, I'm getting a lot of no's, or I'm getting a lot of crickets, and nobody is responding. Here's what I have found out about Facebook. when you message people, you start popping up in their thread. So when you start private messaging them, all of a sudden they're like in my thread, they're liking a post. We're now in the algorithm of the Facebook of their page, right? So if you're messaging them, they're not responding, that's okay. On average, it's 12 no's to get to a yes. That means absolutely nothing about you. That does not mean they don't want Plexus. That just means that not right now. That's all that means. It takes on average 7 times to reach out to somebody to get them to purchase Plexus. So knowing those statistics, you guys, when you guys are doing IPAs and you are doing reach outs and you feel like nobody is going to buy from you, it's like planting seeds that are going to grow. So now they may not have seen your post, but you reached out to them and you said, hey, have you heard about Plexus or whatever your message is? Now they're showing up on your feed and they're seeing your posts. So now they're watching you. So then the consistency of posting is even more important because now you've just brought them to your page. Well, then Stacia has a question. Does that make sense? Messaging is so big. Oh, here's the other thing really quick. Is Trisha, I didn't read it. Do you have that question?
Yeah, she said, how often should you wait between reaching out? That's a good question. Joy, what do you say?
So I say go with your gut. I'm a big believer in go with your gut 100% of the time. And if you're reaching out and they're not responding, then I may give them a couple weeks. Some people will give a month depending upon, I don't think I'm ready to reach out yet. But if it's somebody or I'm seeing their comments like, oh, you guys, I woke up with a headache today, or oh my gosh, you guys, I have allergies. I start reaching out to them like, you guys, I know you have allergies. I saw your post. I don't know if you're interested, but we have amazing testimonials about allergies and Plexus. So I kind of scope their page if it's somebody that's coming to mind, and then reach out to them that way. But always go with your gut. I would do at least 2 weeks, if not a month, in between reach outs.
Yeah, I think that's great too. Yeah, and it does depend on the person. But there's something else I was going to say about this. Oh, I've noticed too, the more you do this and get comfortable with messaging people, the easier it is when they tell you no or don't respond. Like you almost are just like, you're literally working your business, you're trying to help people get started. But there are so many people that have joined us that were no's at first or not right now. Or even we've talked about this on my team. People that don't like your posts ever or comment ever. Sometimes they just pop up. So they're watching you, and I'm a firm believer in that. Like that's why the consistency on posting is so important. And sharing your personal story, I think, has helped a lot of people. People love to see the personal, like how it's helped you. They love to see how it's helped you. So just keep doing that. And what's that book? Go for No.
Is that a book?
Yeah, I've never read it.
I've been doing this 2 years. And when someone tells me no, that means absolutely nothing to me. Absolutely not. That's no for now. That's all that means. Absolutely. If someone says no, okay, no problem. I'll follow up with you in 60 days. Or I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to wait till the next product comes out and then I'm going to follow up with you again.
Yeah. And think about how you were. Like I always have to remind myself, I told my upline sponsor no for a year. So, and she was the same way. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I would also tell you, don't wait to reach out to people because somebody else is going to reach out to them. Someone else is going to get them. Someone else is going to say, have you heard of the pink drink? And then they're going to need it and then they're going to buy it from them. So do not wait. This is the time to really just go for it and just don't worry about the no's. Go for it. Would it be helpful, you guys, for me to kind of show you? I know Plexus has sent all of this out, but they have sent out like how you earn the credits for this leaders retreat. Would it be helpful to kind of go over that really quick? Or do you guys think you've got that?
I believe the big points are the big credits. Sorry, I shouldn't say points. Credits for leaders retreat are mainly silvers, right? Silvers is the big one.
PV.
And your PV.
And ranking.
Ranking up.
Yes.
Gives you a lot of credits.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, like, yes, those are great, but I did not rank up during leaders retreat last year. So
we have a lot of people on here who could,
Yes.
So I will tell you, you guys, don't set that goal short. Don't be
Yes.
like, I can't do that, because I will tell you, you can 100%. Reach for a goal that's higher than what you think you can hit and go for it.
Yeah, I love that Jen Cooper said that. She
Yeah.
said, and I'm doing it, like strive for a higher goal because you'll hit the leaders retreat. But hey, what about that $2,000 shopping spree that you think is a no way, no how? I mean, people are going to earn it. So why not be us?
Yeah, I really think, and that's something she says in the video, is you guys, honest to God, you need to go to bed every night and say, why not me? Why not you? Why can you not earn it? Why can not you have the shopping spree? Why not you? And that is what you need to say over and over again. Why not you? Because that's what I said when I started Plexus, is why not me? I can, we can, all of us can do this. The other thing they pointed out on that list, you guys, is 199 welcome packs are worth more credits than 99 welcome packs. They kind of break that down on the sheet too. So like our team really focuses on 199s because it is the best deal and it sets them up for the most success. So
wait, you only share 199s? Is that how you do it? Because you
100%.
have good luck with 199s, right?
I don't even share 99. Never do it. I did when I started. So it took a mind shift. So those of us who've been in Plexus a while, it is kind of a mind shift a little bit to go to the 199s. But if they say, oh, I can't do 199, then I'll say, okay, well, you can do 199 or you can do a 99, and look at how much of a better deal 199 is. So I don't really show that comparison until I flat out have a no on a 199. But I will always go big and then I'll go low.
I love there's those graphics too that show how much the 199 retail is. Stacia, you uploaded them to our team page. They say like retail 350. I've noticed when I send those and I'm like, check out the retail price and check out how much you'll get it for enrolling. It helps a lot.
Those are huge. Yeah, a lot of people, I've sold a lot of those where they're like, I get $350 worth of product for like $199, and then they do it in a heartbeat.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and ask any question or type a question, either one, if you're uncomfortable asking.
I was going to say something. Everyone here is going to Leaders Retreat, right? I mean, we're on this call. Yay.
I want to know what it is.
I know. I can't wait to find out.
Okay, I'm unmuting some of you. If I can unmute you, I'm trying. Questions, fire them away. Comments, thoughts.
Did everyone watch the Jen Cooper video, and did everyone think it's a great plan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Because I feel like...
Yes, he did it. Look.
Yes.
Good job.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, yay. Oh, I knew you'd have that.
Yay. I know that Pink Diamonds, our upline, is working on something for us to stay consistent and to try to own it. We don't know what that is yet, but she said something's in the works. So be on the lookout for that. If you guys haven't watched the Jen Cooper video, highly recommend you do that. And then I would also have you fill out your list of 64. Or what is that list, Trisha?
Well, the one that's new that I like is leads you didn't know you had.
Is that what that list is that they're all talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yes, leads
you had? Okay.
Which is in our back office. Yeah.
Okay, leads you didn't know you had. Okay. So if you guys don't have that, let us know. We'll send it to you, but it's literally in the back office. Start filling that out. Like, that's on my to-do list tomorrow. Even though I've been on here 2 years, I fill it out because it's going to start bringing different ideas and different people into my head on who to reach out to.
I was going to tell you guys too, I was talking to an ambassador today who's done really well with earning all these prizes lately. And I was like, what's your secret? What are you doing? She messages 3 to 5 people a day and sometimes more, depending on how busy her day is. She works full time. She has 2 kids. So I'm like, okay, if she can do it, we got to be able to do this. She is constantly filling her funnel and constantly having her messages sent out. And then she checks back in on people. who don't, and she doesn't always get responses, but because she's constantly messaging people every day, she's getting responses. People are joining her, and maybe they're people that she messaged 2 months ago, but because she's kept it up, they're coming back full circle. So I think that's a good, I am focusing on 3 to 5 people a day during this whole contest.
Yep.
And that's doesn't take that much time, really.
No. Do the same message. Who cares?
They don't need to, no long messages. We've talked about that. Those just scare people away. Literally like 2 sentences. Like, hey, or if you see a post of someone, hey, I saw your post that you always have headaches. Have you seen any of my posts? I have something that can help you. Like 2 sentences max, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Keep it quick. There are people who do. I think the more you can also say, this has helped me with X, Y, and Z, and I'm passionate about sharing. That brings a little more realness to it. But I always tell people, be you. Don't change who you are. Don't change your verbiage. Speak Plexus as though you would speak it, because that's what's going to turn people onto it.
I mean, because we're all here because it's helped our health for the better. So if you think about it, like, we're not sleazy salesmen. Like, we really do want to help people, you know?
Questions, guys? Thoughts? Additions?
I had something, it's kind of random, but so for people who don't want to share, or like, a bunch of level 1s that I would like to get silver but don't want to share, I'm looking for a good post, like, hey, will you just give me, just do a shout out post. Does anybody have one of those?
Yeah, so if you go on to Pink Diamonds and Unit,
okay,
there are 2 shout out posts on there. One is a basic shout out, like they just started. And then there's another one that if they've been on it for a while and they're just giving you a shout out post. The other thing I would encourage, and this is one thing we've talked about, is if they'll do a shout out post, wait a couple days and see if they'll do a follow-up one. And then we have another follow-up one in the units on Pink Diamonds. And basically it says something like, the more I learn about gut health, I'm learning X, Y, and Z. And it really turns it back to what they're experiencing. And then we're also talking about, so talk one-on-one with your sponsor upline, which obviously, Jesse, that's me. But we're also talking about if you think it's something that they'll do like 7 days of posting. Not everybody would fall into that category, but if they'll do a shout out post and then a couple days later, like a gut health post, then maybe we can talk about, 7 days.
I tried that 7-day thing. Like most of when I asked said yes, and then like they just trickled out.
Yeah. Do you send it to them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing too. I don't think you have to, if people are really scared to share right at first, I feel like we can get people silver without but like, if they're scared to post, like, okay, that's okay. We can still get your products paid for, because guess what? You can tell your best friend, your mom, and your sister. Like, that doesn't require social media. If they're wanting to get their products paid for but are kind of scared about posting, like, I feel like that's helped with a few people. Most people do end up sharing, but that's a kind of another way to maybe help look at it, by helping someone go silver. Like, if they're scared, let's just have them share with their closest friends and family, because that's what usually we do to go silver anyway. Right? Do you think, Joy?
Yeah, and really anymore, you guys, and I'm sure some of you heard us talk about this, but really, if anybody signed to $199, so kind of look at your team and who is signed and when they've signed, and just say, hey, listen, one thing we're doing is a referral program. You are eligible to earn $400 in your first 14 days. If you just refer 3 to 5 friends or family, you can just start a 3-way with me. We'll answer any questions they may have, and we'll just put them under you, and you get your products paid for. So the less information we can throw at them, but also really talk about more from a referral program, that seems to open their ears a little bit.
Yeah, because I've noticed it's a little harder when you sign someone up and you're like, do you want to do the business? Like, I've stopped asking that. It's like now, hey, how awesome is Plexus that as soon as you sign up, you can get your money back right away, depending on how fast you do it.
Right.
And most people are like, oh yeah, I'll do that. You know, I'll do that. And then that's all the information you got to give them right then. You don't have to go into all that and their website and all that. We just kind of go step by step.
Okay.
Speaking of the website, for some reason I've had several people, you know, not create their website when they're signing up.
Uh-huh.
But then they will like go to share and they're like, well, I don't have a website. Like it's, you know, it's in the step by step. So I'm like, why are people not
They can bypass it.
doing it? Yeah. But it's like, why?
You can do it by going into your back office.
Yeah, I got to do that for a couple of people.
Yes.
Who don't even know how to do their account.
I know. I don't know why they. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I
It's
never
really
knew that.
frustrating that it's not a required field. I wish it was because it's super annoying.
Yeah,
'Cause
Jen
they're
was
like,
another
"Where do
one,
I
you
go?"
guys. Jen was another one who earned the Leaders Retreat literally in 48 hours. And I will tell you, she worked her
It
little
made
butt
me
off.
sick.
You what? It made her sick. So don't do it. Don't do it like we did last year. Work for it, you guys. Work for it.
FOMO is a real thing.
Because when your other friends earn it and you haven't worked it and you didn't earn it, you're like devastated because you didn't do it.
Well, I was like you, Joy. I earned it right after we started 2 years ago, and I didn't even have a team working under me. So really anybody can do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys just win silver or you're thinking about going silver, you can do this. 100%. You can do this. It's happened. This team's done it. People all over Plexus is doing it because you're an untapped market. Like you guys have not even tapped your market yet. And I know it feels like maybe they're not reaching out, but we can work with you on IPAs, some verbiage on reaching out to people. We can do 1-hour events for you. All sorts of things we can do to help and assist. Okay, guys, anything else? Any other questions? Comments, thoughts? Feel free to type them, you guys, if you don't want to unmute. I'll wait for just a minute just to make sure.
Does anyone have any like guesses to where our Leaders Retreat is? No idea. And last year was the first time they ever did a cruise, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that again, but I don't know because in previous years they never said, hey, if you share a room, you get $150. And so they did that last year on the cruise ship because they ran out of spots. So you can earn it and then they run out of spots. So that's why you need to do it early. But they're saying the same verbiage this year.
I know, I saw that. I
It
saw
says
that it
about
said that.
Departure date. Did you see that in the email?
No.
Another cruise.
It said departure date. So maybe it is another cruise, guys. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss that bad boy.
Oh,
I,
can you take babies.
No, your baby will be fine by then.
He won. I couldn't go because I was pregnant, but I'll still be nursing in October.
Well, he's about ready to get a bottle.
He'll be ready for the bottle by October 27th.
Yes.
I would go ahead and start now. While you're doing IPAs, just go ahead and be like introducing Brooks to the bottle.
Everyone find your babysitters, get them ready, get them on the calendar.
So maybe
I don't have babysitters ready for convention, so we'll see how that goes.
That's 2 weeks
My
from
kids might be
today.
here by themselves.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. We're going to do this. It's going to be fun. We're all going to get to hang out on a paid for trip.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I just want to know where it is now.
We'll find out in Vegas for sure. that we'll blast. Who's on? There's several of us on here who going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Those of you who haven't signed up yet, there's still time.
Stacia, there's still time.
There's still time for a little Vegas rendezvous, peeps.
Jamie.
I don't think I've ever been to Vegas for work.
I've been to Vegas in 20 years. I don't know how I'm going to function.
We're all going to be exhausted when we come back. That's all.
Yeah, just, hang on. I'm going to stop recording.